Hey guys, Sharp Midget here, doing a video on, airsoft electric, specifically, ACRs versus M4s. Like, what type would you like, kind of thing. And I'm going to show you a lot of advantages to the ACR platform. Now, this is your M4. This is wired to the rear, like a lot of M4s are. A lot of custom ones, standard, a lot of them come up in the handguard, but a lot of custom people put them to the back. I have two, I'll show you. I have two 1000 milliamp 7.4 lipos that go in the buffer tube. It gives me about, I'd say, 9.6 rate of fire. I will use these mainly for the ACR because I have two of them, and I can fit them both. I can fit both of these in my ACR handguard. One plugged in, one non-plugged in. So if one runs out, I can just swap them, which I need to get these changed to Dean's, but I can just swap them without even fishing for another battery in a bag or something. Whereas this, this 7.4 lipo is zip tied on the stock, which is, does not bother me. But I'm going to say one con to these M4s is the version 2 gearbox, where it's like the version 3s, the motors are mounted to the gearbox, so it's really hard to strip gears because it's secure. It's basically screwed onto the gearbox, so it's hard for the motor to screw around. Where I have had 2 gears strip on this, so I had to completely redo this, the shimming to get it so that this motor, this high torque motor, won't strip stock gears. I have 1 VFC gear and then 2 Classic Armies with a amp high torque motor, I believe. So I'm buying some more just cheaper Classic Army gears used for spares. So I'll go ahead and shoot it just to show you how it sounds. Plug this battery in. Pretty good. And then it's supposed to shoot around 20 to 25 rounds a second. And on full auto, it's a little bit scratchy, but on semi, it's flawless. So, this thing shoots pretty well. I'm buying another bucking. I actually paid for it, but a friend forgot to bring it, so I have to get it next time I go play airsoft, which is a week from today, actually. So, a new bucking, just Classic Army buckings, new D-Boys buckings going in here, and a new hop-up spring to push the hop-up back towards the gearbox to get a better seal, because my FPS is only 300 with .2s with this, and that is bad. It's supposed to be 400, so I hope it goes up to 350. 350 would be fantastic. 350 with .2s is still not too hard. Like, I can use this for CQB even with .2s, even shooting at 350. So, I could use this anywhere, actually. So, one con to me is the version 2 gearbox. The way it's just designed, it's hard for me to work on. I've worked on this thing. I've taken it apart like 10 times. So, I've had my fair share of version 2 gearbox work on this. Sorry, the first time I said that didn't make any sense. Now, I only have one electric M4. I have one gas M4 too, but it's G&G. I'm trying to get a WE gas blowback M4, and I wanted a GMP M4 and AEG, and I was going to get one, but then I got a new gearbox for my Classic Army, and it's got some GMP parts, and it's shooting just like a GMP out of the box, basically. Except for the FPS. Now, when it comes to ACRs, you have two options. The GMP and the A&K. Now, let me go ahead and describe some differences to you. I'm going to put this out here. I'm going to go ahead and describe some differences to you. So, first of all, this handguard is the width of a real one. This is the width of the real one, and this one is huge. To hold batteries, which I don't understand because I can fit, like I said, 2 of those buffer tube LiPo batteries in here. So, I think the outer barrel on the GMP is a little bit thicker, though. Another pro, well, I have not even started with pros, that's just differences. Also, A&K It's this retractable stock. G&P has the fixed stock. I honestly like the trademarks on the G&P, but I like the externals on the A&K. One con of the A&K is the magazine release breaks really fast, and these G&P ones are built to last. Also, out of the box, the rate of fire and trigger response and durability of the internals are best on the G&P. Now, this is my A&K, and it is completely redone. It has SHS 1 to 13 gears, SHS metal tooth piston with 3 teeth removed, VFC gearbox shell, microfet, G&P high-speed motor with brand new pinion gear, stock hop up, Mad Bull barrel, stock bucking with double nub mod that I did. It's shooting 30 rounds a second with the 7.4 lipo at 250 FPS with 0.25. So again, I can shoot people point blank with this without hurting them, even in the skin. It's like a Springer, except 30 rounds a second. It feeds with all sorts of mags because finally I got my mag catch working, and also I did put Velcro in the mag well. Now, the magazines, these E-mags work the best. They fit in, and they slide out very easily. I have 5 of these. They're 75 rounders. So when I use this gun, I will use 5 of those. And then 2 high caps. Okay? Which is pretty cool. So I use those. I have the rig that I have. It depends on when I use this gun. I'm probably going to use this lightweight rig. I have 4 mag pouches right here. So, 4 E-mags in there, 1 in the gun, and then my two high caps will either be in a pocket or an admin pouch on the back. So it's more my lightweight rig, but this thing shoots so fast, so it goes through ammo fast. Also, one pro of the ACR system is the fact that quick change barrel. Also, another one is there's a lot more room in these pistol grips. There's a lot more room for the motor to move freely, so you can fit a wide variety of motors. Now, this motor plate would not, I did not have a screw for it. So I ended up gluing the bottom. I have 1 screw, then I ended up gluing the bottom here, and it has not come off, and I fielded this 3 times. So this thing is ridiculous. It's almost unstrippable because I have strong gears, strong piston in there. It's short-stroked with a weak spring, so there's hardly any wear and tear on the parts in here. It's shimmed correctly, and I fielded it 3 times, and I've not gotten any winding, any bad sounds out of the gearbox. It's just been smooth the whole way. So you pop the pin out, take the hand guard off, push in this button, swing it to the side. There's normally going to be a wrench on there, but previous owner broke it off, I guess. Pull that out. Slide your barrel out. There you go. Switch it to a CQB barrel, and you're set. Or a longer barrel, which I don't even think they make a longer barrel. And what I have in my hop-up unit is I don't know if you can see. This is what I got it. It has like a double, I think they call it an H-hop. It's like a shark tooth, some people call them, or like a dog bone, but it's not the nub that's the dog bone. It's the actual bucking that has 2 lips on it. And I'm telling you, with .25 grain BBs, I can lob BBs 300 feet. This thing is ridiculous. I can't say anything bad about this gun, except one thing that I don't like. The previous owner broke the stock off, so then he, ghettoed it with the screws. And now, you can kind of bend it, and the gap opens up a little bit, and that bothers me. Even though I doubt that it could break. So, to put it back together, it's a little bit tricky if you have a Dean's connector, or it's so short like mine. See how short it is? If it was sticking out, you could do whatever you wanted. And also, this connector here is a little bit weak, so I need to be careful with it breaking. But you stick your pop-up unit basically down in there. And then you gotta pull this part down. This tightening screw, you pull it down, try to clear it out of the way of the connector. And then you gotta push in and then turn it to your desired, and then it'll click into place, and there you go. It wobbles just a little bit, but it does not affect any accuracy. I'm telling you. And I even have a gas blowback ACR, and the barrel even wobbles on it a little bit. But I'm telling you, it is consistent as heck. So, I'm not going to show you how this shoots, just because my battery is on there, and the other batteries are Tamiya. This is Dean's, so I'm not going to mess with that. So, those are really pros and cons to the ACR system. I haven't even said a con, I don't think. They accept most mags. Parts, I guess, are harder to find. But other than that, there's the nozzle's proprietary. It has to have an extended nozzle. Other than that, I see no issue with this thing, with these ACRs. I recommend getting, you can actually, there's different models. You can get the GMP internal and externals like this. You can get the A&K internals and externals, and you can also get the GMP internals and A&K externals. And I would recommend that because it's the most affordably priced, but with the best internals. Because I like these A&K externals. So if I were you and you're looking for an ACR, go buy the one with the A&K externals and GMP internals. Because the A&K externals are strong. They will hold up to abuse, but unless you're snapping the stock out. That's just stupid. Don't do that. And the internals are GMP, and they will hold up. Now, there have been rumors going around that have been like, oh, it's not really, this ACR is not GMP, it's like Aries. I don't know if that is true. Don't quote me on this. I have not taken this thing apart, but I think this thing probably has the GMP M110. Apparently, they come out of the same factory, like, or something, to get this imported into the U.S. It has to go through Aries warehouse. Something odd like that. But Aries motors seem really windy and very slow, unlike the Aries guns. Their M4s seem garbage. Like, the rate of fire is so slow. Like a JG. And this thing is fast. Now, this is only shooting 340 with .2s, but this thing is absolute fantastic. It's also been sorboed and AOE corrected, but everything else is stock. So, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you're looking for an ACR or an M4, M4s are all over the place, so you can get an M4, but also, if you already have an M4, I recommend getting an ACR. If you have an ACR, I recommend getting an M4, because I have one of each. I have a gas ACR, I have a gas M4, I have a gas PDW, but my gas M4, I want to get an open bolt, so that's what I'm trying to buy next. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you decide anything. Also, one pro about this ACR, the GMP, is that this sight post here, you push it in and it holds it down, and when you push the button in, it springs up. Whereas the other one, there's actually a spring in the knob, and you have to pull this up, and that spring pops out, and then this thing shoots out. So I had to glue mine actually, like, still. So, if that makes any sense. Also, this gun will accept any mags, and they're drop-free, unlike the A&Ks with some mags. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe if you feel free. Or feel like you want to, feel free. I don't know, I can't talk today. Thank you for watching.